usually don't pack ahead this far, but I got a trip to Thailand coming up, and I planned it. I've been planning this since December. So there's a lot of moving parts on this trip, and I'm actually a little bit nervous about this. There's a lot of transfers. There's a lot of, like I said, moving parts where I have to literally take a plane, a train, and an automobile. Well, not the train, but I'm getting all my documents and stuff together here. I've started my medication. I have a typhoid vaccination I have to take this week, every other day. And then I have malaria medicine that I have to start taking 2 days before I go. And then I have to take it while I'm there and then 10 days following. So the VA actually set me up. They did all the research for me on this. I'm going to be taking some of this with me. And I also got a hepatitis A and B shot up at the clinic before I left. I'm trying to pack light. I got some different airlines I'm flying on. Air Asia and Malindo Air. Malindo is flying me from Thailand down to Bali. And then I'm flying from Bali to Jakarta. These are the flights I've booked myself. I'm flying from Bali to Jakarta on Air Asia. Everything is fit the limit sizes weight-wise, except Air Asia, and their limit's 15 kilograms. That's about 33 pounds. All my other flights are 50 pounds. So I'm trying to keep this minimized. But I don't want to deal with the carry-on. I got 2 really short layovers in Minneapolis and Seattle, and these are usually runners. One's 42 minutes and one's 47 minutes. That's not a lot of time to get through an airport. So what I'm trying to avoid is my regular carry-on bag, which I usually take, because I'll have to gate check in Sault Ste. Marie, where I'm flying out of. When they gate check it, they leave it outside your skyway when you come off, and you have to sit and wait for that bag. Well, I'm going to be moving through Minneapolis to get to my terminal to get to Seattle. And then from Seattle, I travel to Incheon, Korea, and I lose a full day in that travel. Even though I'm leaving on April 1st, the date in Korea when I arrive there will be April 2nd. So I lose a whole day that way. Once I get there, it's going to be a little bit easier. I got almost a 3-hour layover. But then I got another 6-hour flight from Incheon, Korea down to Phuket, Thailand. I'm not taking all my scuba stuff. Like I said, I want to keep the weight down. But I do want to take a couple items I want to take of my own. My feet tend to get tore up. Kind of a sissy when it comes to getting cold, so I like to take a full wetsuit. But my wetsuit's not big at all. It's a 3 mil. I'm taking that and a shorty. I got a 2.2 mil shorty. The water's going to be super warm and I get cold. And definitely going to take my own mask and dive computer. It's supposed to be this is supposed to be a primary dive vacation, but, and I don't know. I still might contact the dive shop I'm staying with, and we'll see what the weight limit situation is. I'm not going to pay extra if I don't have to, and if I can keep this under 30 pounds. The wetsuit's not heavy at all. But as far as clothes, I'm only going to need shorts. I got shorts and some regular old shoes and some regular old sandals is what I'll be running around in. Probably doing a lot of hiking and stuff like that. I got my lemon eucalyptus mosquito control because mosquito bug spray because I've heard there's really bad mosquitoes in Thailand. This is my primary backpack. You can get a lot of stuff. And I always bring my own snacks, especially if there's a short layover time. You don't have time to eat. So you're running from one plane to another, and then you don't have time in the airport to grab anything real to eat. But I try to keep everything where it's accessible. But what I'm probably going to do is probably take my laptop. So I'll probably have 2 backpacks, technically a laptop bag, and this backpack. I'll probably put a small change of clothes in here because I'll be checking this bag. There's going to be a flight from Sault Ste. Marie to Minneapolis, Minneapolis to Seattle, Seattle to Incheon, 3-hour layover in Incheon, 2 hours 45 minutes, 3 hours. And then a 6 to 7 hour flight to Phuket. When I get to Phuket, it'll be 10:30 p.m. So I'll be getting in there late, where I'll be taking a ferry in the morning. So I'm spending the night in Phuket. My ferry will be leaving in the morning, 8:30, to go to an island called Phi Phi Island. If you've ever seen the movie The Beach, I believe it's Phi Phi Don is the where Maya Bay is, where they filmed that movie The Beach. And I'm staying on Koh Phi Phi, which isn't too far away, but I'm doing a lot of scuba diving down there. So the airport to my hotel, and then I'll need a transfer from the hotel to the ferry dock. From the ferry dock, I go to Phi Phi Island. I think it's called Tonsai Pier. And once I leave Tonsai Pier, I go around to another bay on the back side of the island. It's a little bit smaller. They consider it a village. So it'll be a lot of traveling, and there's a lot of moving parts, and there's a lot of people I got to depend on to get there. So it's a little nerve-wracking. But like I said, I've started packing a week early. I've been practicing my Thai. I am going to Indonesia right after. I got one flight, I think it was $109. And that takes me all the way from Thailand to Malaysia down to Bali. And then I got a transfer from Bali to, I'm staying at a scuba dive hotel. And I've already booked all my dives and everything. It's all set up. And then I have to, after that little stay in Bali, I have to fly back to Jakarta and then catch my flight from Jakarta back to the States. That'll be on the 11th or 12th. But you gain a day back when you go back. The bad thing is when you fly over, you're flying. The last time I flew to Korea, I flew into the sun the whole time. So you don't sleep much unless everybody closes their shades on the plane. I've been practicing my Thai. I've learned how to say hello, goodbye, thank you, how are you, sorry, just the real basics that I'm gonna need just to be a halfway decent person over there. I still have to work on my Indonesian, which seems to be a little simpler. Their phrases are 2 or 3 words, where I've tried to learn Thai characters and it's almost impossible. It's split into consonants and vowels, and they have high registry and low registry. They got 5 different pitch levels where they can change meaning through the pitch change. A greeting in like hello would be sawat-dee. So I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, because from what I've learned, I've been watching a lot of YouTube, that D seems to drop. So sawat-dee, the tone seems to drop, and I hope that's the correct pronunciation. But I'm just trying to fit in with the locals a little bit, be respectful while I'm traveling. Try not to be I don't want to say typical American. That's kind of what we are. Americans are kind of, when we travel, we kind of expect things. But it helps a little when you try to learn a little bit of their language. I'm still messaging all the places I'm staying, making sure everything's perfect. We're going to get most of this stuff back together and go from there. So hopefully this trip will be fun and safe and educational.